Yes. Yes. Well, I'm telling you, that's the recipe. Oh dear. Yes. Okay, one more time. You're going to take the granulated sugar and the powdered sugar and mix them together. Now, once you have a nice mixture, you're going to add a little bit of corn syrup. Hmm. Right. And then after you've added the corn syrup, you're going to add a little bit of maple syrup. Hmm. And then some brown sugar and sprinkles. I'm telling you, that's an elf's favorite cookie. Oh, my friends are here. Sage Ray, I see Katie. Oh, Alexa Marie, hello, hello. I really have to go. Yes. Oh, I see Mariska too. And Emily. Yes, all my friends are here. Okay. We're going to read How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh, you did! Okay. Oh, and I see Joey, little Joey. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, Avery. All of my friends are here. I'm so excited. Oh, is that Charlotte too? Milagro. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, this is just delightful. Alicia's here. Oh, well, I was just talking to a friend of mine who was looking for a recipe for elf cookies. You see, she's been taking care of one of our little elves here, Kissum. Kissum's feeling much family very delicious cookies for the send-off. Hello, Isaiah. So we're going to read How the Grinch Stole Christmas today. Now, from what I've heard, this has become a delightful movie. It's playing here in the North Pole Cinema. As a matter of fact, we only ever play Christmas movies in the North Pole Cinema all year long. Addison and Peyton. Oh, Snowflake? Why, she's doing quite well. I saw her this morning, actually. We both took a cooking class. Is that Adriana and Joey I see? Oh, Merry Christmas, you two. I hope everybody enjoyed their long Thanksgiving break. Hello, Camden and Easton. And I hope you're all ready to go back to school tomorrow, right? Okay. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh, Jeremiah. Oh. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. Hello, Jordan. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Gabby. But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now, please, don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. May have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small, but I think the most likely reason of all could have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. If you have this book, feel free to read along with me. Oh, I'm so glad Jerry's feeling better. I'm doing well. Oh, oh, the noise. Oh, the noise. That's one thing he hated. The noise. Christmas morning sure is noisy. Henry, Addie, and Peyton love the Grinch. Are we talking about the same Grinch? Why, there's not much to love about a fellow who comes in the middle of the night and steals our Who ham. Where's Coco? Coco is brushing up on his Fortnite emotes. Last time I saw him, he was working on his T-pose. Hi, Miles. I've heard this is Carly's favorite Christmas book. Then the Who's, young and old, would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast. And rare Who roast beast, which was something the Grinch could not stand. Did you feast a lot on Thanksgiving? Tony Ann, I've heard that before. Joey's not a Grinch, though. Not my Joey. Kiss him. We'll be back very soon. Do not worry. Hi, Miles. And then they do something he liked least of all. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand, and the Whos would start singing. They'd sing and they'd sing and they'd sing, 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 sing. The Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 3 years I've put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how? Why, of course I've seen the movie. A lot of that was actually shot in the North Pole. I don't know if you know this or not. And then he had an idea. An awful idea. Alexis, are you on the nice list? I'll have to double check, but my sources say yes. And Nikki and Gabby as well. The Grinch had a wonderful, awful idea. I think I know where this is going. Some dance lessons down at the Fortnite Theater. He's working on his T-pose and a dance called the Hype. Yes, I know your Christmas tree is up and kiss him. Can't wait. I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in his throat and he made a quirky Santa hat and a coat. And he chuckled and clucked. What a Grinchy trick! With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. Well, I have to tell you, that is no Saint Nick. It's almost as if he's saying anybody could put on a red suit with some velvet and fur and say that they look like a Claus. All I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around. But since the reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No, the Grinch simply said, find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max. Then he took some red thread and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Oh boy, I hope the folks over at PETA don't get a hold of that. Hello, Miss Penny, how are you feeling? Oh, I did like the cookies. I like rainbow cookies best, but Mrs. Claus has never been one to turn down a cookie. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then Grinch said, "Giddy up!" And the sleigh started down towards the homes where the Whos lay a-snoozing in town. The way to get yourself a spot on the nice list is to let your parents take a little snooze now and then. Oh, it's on the nice list. Let's Mom and Dad sleep in a little late. Oh, Emma, I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Hello, Alexis. Oh, hi, Bailey. Hello, Nina. All their windows were dark, quiet. Snow filled the air. All the Whos were dreaming of sweet dreams without a care. When he came to the first little house on the square, "This is stop number 1, the old Grinchy Claus hissed. And he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Quite sure he didn't get those bags at Stop and Shop, you know. Can you believe the Stop and Shop in the North Pole makes us bring our own bags from home? What a hassle. Hello, Miss. You're on my list. Pet shop. Yes, Adriana and Joey are both on the nice list. Tony and I'm not so sure about. Joseph and Aunt Gina, definitely not. Mason, Chase, Elena, and Lainey, hello, hello. Oh, Talia, do I have any allergies? No, I do not. In fact, no one in the North Pole has any allergies. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. Although I'm not so quite sure that Santa's going to fit down this chimney this year. If you could see how much turkey he ate. Brady was on the nice list when I checked it this morning, but the nice list changes many times a day. So Brady, if you've done anything you're not particularly proud of today, you might want to think twice. Yes, Charlotte too. Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where the little Who stockings all hung in a row. These stockings, he grinned, are the first thing to go. Oh, that naughty, naughty Grinch. Then he slithered and slunk, with a smile most unpleasant. Around the whole room he took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and plums. And then he stuffed them in bags. And the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimney. Good night, Katie. Hello, Adriana. I know it was you. Oh. You're not guaranteed a spot on the nice list. It can change, so make sure you stay on your best behavior, okay? Jalissa, I love this book too. Oh, Cherry, you have something to tell me? Well, you can send it in an email if I don't hear it here. Then he slunk in the icebox. He took the Who's feast. Oh, God. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beast. He cleaned out the icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took the last can of Who hash. Well, I hope he gave it to Max at least. And the Grinch grabbed the tree. He started to shove when he heard a small Who, little Cindy Lou who was not more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by his tiny Who daughter, who got out of bed for a cold cup of water. She stared at the Grinch and she said, Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why? But that old Grinch was so smart and so slick, he thought up a lie. He thought it up quick. Why, my little sweet tot, the fake Santa Claus lied. There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it back to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there and I'll bring it back here. And his fib fooled the child and patted her head, and then he got her a drink and he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, Santa would never ever do that. Why, whether your tree has one light, a million lights, or no lights at all, Santa would never try to fix one light, a million lights, or no lights at all. Santa would never try to fix it. He thinks all trees are beautiful just as they are. Hello, Maureen. You want a kitten for Christmas? I'm going to tell you a little rule about animals and Christmas. Santa can never just bring you a kitten or a puppy or a llama or a sloth or a blobfish. You need to clear that with your parents first. That's what we call a collaboration gift. As long as your parents say it's okay, then Miss Santa Claus can think about it and the two of them work on that together. Oh, a Barbie dream house. That's been on Mrs. Claus's wish list for years. Then the last thing he took was the log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, that old liar. On their hooks and some wine food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. How sad. Hello, Carly. Oh, your dog passed. Oh, I'm so sorry. Kissum is coming. I saw her this morning. She's feeling much better. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who mouses. It was 1/4 past dawn. All the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze when he packed up his sled, packed it up with presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags and the tinsels, the trimmings, the trappings. What a naughty, naughty Grinch. 3,000 feet up on the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it. Pooh-pooh to the Who. Grinned the Grinch that I simply must hear. So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started out loud, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eye. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. It hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or another, it came just the same. So delightful. Those Who's really do know the spirit of Christmas. Oh, this is my favorite part too, Talia. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without packages, boxes, or bags. Then he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light. He came back to the toys and the food for the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, he carved the roast beast. Oh, I just love a happy ending. Oh, what a delightful story. So it turns out that Grinch maybe wasn't so bad, was he? Well, I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend, and I'm quite excited about it. It's the night the elves took back Christmas. Now, this book I helped collaborate on. It's a very special story about a team of elves we have that go to houses of little boys and girls who misbehave after Christmas and take their gifts back. It was a secret about the North Pole didn't want to say, but I got together with an author and we put the story out. So I'm going to tell it to you next Tuesday. Many of my little friends on the nice list have bought the book, and if you did, you can read along. If you have a Kindle, it's available to download for free. I'm so very excited. So look for that. Yes, you could say hello to Snowflake. I'll make sure that I see her. Hello, Eve. Hello, Mike. Riley, I have to tell you something. Now, when I looked on the nice list yesterday, I've been there, but if I were you, I would be extra, extra, extra nice. So you can make sure you get a good spot on the nice list. Good night, Talia. Riley on the nice list. Snowflake, I haven't seen her in a while, but if I see her, I will let you know. We ate dinner already. Mrs. Claus is just about ready to go to bed. Okay, good night, all of you. Good night, friends. Good night. I will see you on Tuesday. Good night.